Hey kids, it's Arp. This is the ArpCast, somewhat live from the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains in eastern Tennessee. Today we talk about different things, weird people, and maybe unicorns and rainbows. We read poetry and short stories too. Most of all, we keep it real. This is the ArpCast, starting now.
The second of a double feature here on the ArpCast, Monday, October 8, Columbus Day 2018. I'm excited to be here. 2 programs tonight. This one is going to be a little different, but you know, we look for different every time. Every friggin' time we want different. More, better, different. I learned that from a good friend of mine. You've heard of him. You've heard of him, John Oliver. Not that John Oliver, different John Oliver. I'm going to have him on the program one day. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It might be next year, but it's going to happen. I'm going to get him on here. We're going to talk. He's going to be in his lovely accent and whatnot. So it's a double feature night. We had the program earlier, right? We did. Did you catch it? Number 94. We're getting close to 100 ArpCasts. I love doing this. You know, people think I'm absolutely out of my mind. And I am. Just slightly. Just a little weird. A little, strange. A little eccentric. But that's alright. You know what? That's okay. Because you get this life, and that's it. You move on. You do something else. You're someone else. You're somewhere else. You know? You might be, I don't know. You might be somewhere. Mars. We might migrate. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Only on the ArpCast double feature night. That's right. That's right. Because, I've got markers. I've got debts to pay, service, honor. Got to honor my listeners. I'm going to make the donuts. Remember that? Dunkin' Donuts, the guy, mustache, make the donuts. I got to get those podcasts out. I got to produce. I got to get in front of you. I got something to say. And again, crazy, eccentric, whatever it is. I just feel compelled to get it out there. It's still hot and muggy here in East Tennessee, in the Great Tennessee Valley. Hot, muggy, foggy mornings, that dew, that sweat on the cars. It's just, I need fall. I need the autumnal winds to soothe me, to make it all better. But if it doesn't happen, that's okay too. We'll get by. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. So, the only thing that, because, and I was just watching, I watched it several times actually, Jim Gaffigan's thing on fall, right? Very funny. And he's talking about foliage and the leaves falling and whatnot. But it really does get gratuitous for some folks. The amount of trees that fall from deciduous trees, leaves, trees, is gratuitous. Is just out of this world. I don't know how people do it. Luckily, we don't have any trees, and now we even have fewer trees because these are all mowed down behind us. But it's crazy. It's crazy the number of trees that you have to pick up. Silence is golden. That's the theme for tonight's program. And I'm anything but silent. I'm just loud and boisterous and in your face. Literally. You see that? I'm in your face. But the crazy thing is that silence is golden. And, you normally see that when you go to the theater. Right? They have that little thing, and they want you to turn off your cell phone and not be yelling and talking and chatting, and the kids and the crying and the babies, and the silence is golden, right? But it is absolutely golden. So this week, and the reason I wanted to share this, because if some of you had the opportunity to listen to the silent movie that I put on Friday night, because I wasn't paying attention to the audio, you will get what I'm talking about. It was me talking, and you heard nothing. For some of you, that may have been interesting and curious. For most of you, you just thought I was an idiot, which is fine. But this whole week, and I actually started it, I don't know, Thursday or Friday. I just finished listening to a book by Jim Collins. I think I shared that with you, Good to Great. And so this week, nothing. Nothing in the car. Not turning anything on. No music. No audio. No nothing. Absolute silence. I'm trying very hard not to talk to people as well, but their phone calls and stuff will come in, and so I'll take those. But just trying to practice some silence. And I know what you're thinking. Arp, you're crazy. You're nuts. You're out of step with reality. I mean, everyone's got their music on or their books on disc or books on iPhone, Samsung, whatever it is. But they're listening to something, because who just drives around in absolute silence? I'm trying. It's hard. It's hard because it's like you've got to have something going on, right? To have your mind focus on something. But what if you focused on yourself, right? Just for a moment, if you focused on yourself and practiced a little introspection. Just thought about what's going on in your heart, in your mind, about your body, how you can improve, that sort of thing. I think it scares the heck out of me. I think it scares the heck out of people to sit there for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, or whatever it is, and feel like you're not doing anything. Where truly you could be doing something to improve yourself, right? Or work something out in your mind. Discuss something in advance of then discussing it with someone else or a group or whatever it might be. I think there's something to be said about that element of introspection we don't practice enough. You call it meditation, call it whatever you want. Be careful not to close your eyes in terms of meditation, because you are driving, right? You are driving. Creation. Now here's an opportunity to create something. And what do I mean by that? So I made the mistake of creating something. I don't know, I was babbling on about something. And just before a buddy of mine called last week, the good man, the good friend, Dwayne Fulmer of Wisconsin. And Dwayne called me, and I just finished mumbling out some good, what I thought was good poetry, right? Who's to know what good poetry is? Didn't tape it. But it was a catharsis of sorts, right? I got it out, got the words out, and hopefully I'll somewhere down the road, and if I don't, it's fine too, I might capture some of it. I didn't record it, and that was my mistake, but there's an opportunity for creation in those few minutes that you have. So deep thinking about yourself, what's going on, and then the potential for some creation. So if you're that type of individual, then by all means, here's an opportunity when you're driving around or you're just sitting there, and you don't have to be in the car. Well, I'm using the car because it's typical that folks are in the car and listening to all kinds of stuff. But you could be anywhere, right? Self-realization. So that's taking it to another level. Just getting it out there, getting it up there. Purpose. Looking about, considering your purpose for the day. That's something that could be done in that time period of silence. And finally, just some self-imposed exile. Like just getting away from it all. Stepping away from the noise. Is there not enough noise in the world that just for a few minutes we can say, stop, stop.
Well, kids, you know who this is. It's ARP, damn it. You have been listening to the ArpCast, a sensational, fact-filled experience meant to change the world. I'm happy you stopped by. Our sponsors, those greedy, wily bastards, thank you too. Make sure to write, this has been the ArpCast. I'm out.